Hi, this is Bird from Birds SVGs, and in this video I'll be showing you how I put the Rose Truffle Box together, and this is from the Roses Are Pink collection. Now this truffle box would be great for a Valentine's Day present or a Mother's Day gift, or well, any gift really for a birthday. So to start the box, we're going to start with the two shorter side pieces. And we're starting with the base, so that it needs to fit inside the lid. And I'm going to glue the two lengths together. Now there are a couple of score lines there. It's not very easy to see on the pattern paper here on the video, but it's not for folding, it's just to show you where to line the two pieces up together. So I'm adding glue to the other end to form my circle. And this is an oval box, but it will take shape once the top and the bottom go into place. So now I'm bending over all of the teeth. And I'm going to place my base teeth down onto my desk. Now you've got two pieces here for your base. You want the slightly smaller piece because that's going to go inside, and you want to choose which side you want facing downwards, which will be the opposite to what I'll be showing inside the box. And you just want to add a line of glue all the way around the outside just to catch those teeth. Okay, now I'm trying to line up the side of my ovals with the seams in my box because I've decided I'd like the seams at the sides. And then I'm putting some pressure down just to try and get those teeth to glue to the underside here. And then what I'll do is I'll flip it over and I'll put some pressure from the top, or I'll add a little bit of glue underneath any stubborn teeth that haven't taken hold yet. So there's a few here that just need a little bit of extra persuasion, so I'm just going to pop some glue under them, and then I'll flip it over again and put some pressure on them, and hopefully they'll take hold. Okay, now I'm going to add some glue to the whole of the top of this area. And then we're going to add the bottom of our box into place, and it'll cover up all of the teeth and make a nice neat finish. And again, I'm just trying to make sure that the sides of my oval are at the sides where the seam in the card is. Now if you've got anything on the top of a pen, or I'm using a bone folder here, it helps just to smooth it down and make sure that everything's all sandwiched together nicely. Okay, now we can move on to the lid. And we have two similar side pieces. These are slightly larger than the base. I'm going to glue those in place using the little score marks for alignment. And we'll add the other side to make our circle. And once that's taken hold, we'll fold over all of our teeth again. And obviously you can fill your truffle box with homemade truffles or shop bought ones. I actually bought a 200-gram box of truffles that fit well inside this box, just to give you an idea of the size of it. Obviously you can make it larger or smaller if you'd like to fit other gifts inside. Okay, so this is the smaller of the two lid pieces, and I've just run some glue around the edge to catch all of those teeth again. It's the same premise as with our box base. This one just happens to have a cutout in it. But at the moment we're just making sure that the edge is taking hold. if you're worried about your work surface, you can always put down one of those plastic work mats, or just a piece of scrap paper to save work getting over your work surface. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to work on the topmost piece of my lid. Now this is the larger of the two pieces. It looks similar, and this one has a rose edge that goes over the top, and I'm just adding a very fine line of glue around it. If you don't have a fine line applicator or a fine nozzle or anything, just add a few dots of glue around, and that will be enough to hold it in place. So I'm just going to pop this on the very top and try and line it up as best I can. I see I've got a piece there that hasn't come out. I'll just remove that. And try and line up the edges as best I can. And the next step is to add our acetate layer. Now, as wet glue doesn't work very well with acetate because it takes a very long time to dry, I'm going to add some strong double-sided tape around the perimeter of this piece. And once I've removed all the backing, I'll just add a few spots of glue just to these innermost lines, just to hold it in place. Now I think I was a little bit generous with the glue here, because when I pressed the acetate down, it did spread a little bit. That's the other thing with acetate, you want to add the tiniest bit, and well, I added too much here, but luckily this glue dries clear, so it wasn't too much of an issue, and actually I can't see it now it's dry. So I'm just going to add my acetate layer on, and I'm going to smooth it down all around the edge, make sure it's got a good grip on the tape. Now here's where I went wrong. I burnished it with my bone folder, and that's where the glue spread. Okay, so now I'm adding another layer of double-sided tape on top of the acetate, and once I've removed all the backing, I'm going to add a few spots of glue, much less this time, which was a lot more successful, just into the areas that will be touching the lines underneath. I just added the tiniest bit, and this really worked a lot better. And then we'll place this on top of our box. Sorry, I'm off camera here, but I will move it up in a second. And that actually completes the top of our box. Just to make sure everything's all sandwiched nicely, I'm just using the bone folder to run it around the inside. And then we can pop it onto our box base. I added some tissue paper inside mine before I added my truffles, but obviously it would be great with any other chocolates or sweets.